Our third topic is what Socrates in the Apology and what Aristotle call political life. First, Socrates in the Apology. As Socrates tells us his story and tells us about philosophy, he refers to political life. In ancient Greek, politikon bion. Above all, Socrates tells us that he avoids the political life. And it's clear for Socrates that political life is the best candidate for good life for most Athenians. Above all, political life for Socrates is involvement in the politics of the community. Recall that ancient Athens is a democracy and all citizens had a right to participate in the decision making of the community and to hold elected offices. Socrates also lists a set of items that are important for the political life. Physical health, and that would include strength or beauty or longevity. Wealth, property, and then also things like public offices and honors. In short, being recognized for accomplishments. That's an important part of the political life. And Socrates also mentions clubs and organizations, ways in which people meet and have political power. Socrates tells us that he avoids political life as a philosopher because it compromises what one thinks is right. And of course, our philosopher tells us that he, above all, is committed to doing what's right, to doing what is just. And he gives us some examples of how, at times, he and others have been pressured by the city, by leaders, uh, to do things that are wrong. So Socrates says, I won't compromise my commitments. Similarly, Socrates tells us that involvement in the political life is dangerous. Uh, a person like Socrates, a philosopher, avoids the political life so they can do their job as philosophers. Aristotle refers and discusses the political life in two important texts, the Nicomachean Ethics and the Politics. And on page 4 of our reading, there are extracts from those works in which he talks about the political life. We want to have an idea of what our authors mean by the political life. Aristotle gives us lots of insights. First of all, he mentions that the political life is one of three candidates for the good life. He refers to it in the Politics as the life of business and politics. And like Socrates, he associates some important items with the political life. He calls these items external goods. They're things you need to have a successful political life. Again, physical health and social recognition. Uh, Other people need to respect your identity and recognize your attainments, and you on your turn respect and recognize others. And we can add to the list of important goods for the political life uh, property and wealth. Aristotle mentions in the Nicomachean Ethics, again on page 4 of our readings, that honor for many people is the most important part of the political life. Honor is that recognition that others give to your identity, recognizing who you are. And honor is also your own ability to stand up for yourself and to stand up for others. Aristotle thinks that honor can't be the most important ingredient to the political life, because he thinks that before we can have honor, we have to first have virtue. We have to first have virtues like courage and prudence in order to be recognized by others. So Aristotle thinks that virtue is, in fact, the most important item in the political life. On page 4 of our readings, there's arguments by Aristotle that the political life could be the good life, and he thinks that it is a good candidate because the political life is human through and through. When we're involved in politics, not only do we think and make good decisions, we're also just as a person and brave and temperate. We have all the important virtues covering all areas of human nature. So the political life is promising, says Aristotle. However, in our readings for this week, he hints that there may be a superior good life, what he calls the contemplative life, a life devoted to thinking and other intellectual activities. In Philosophy 225, we're going to use the political life to sketch out a more promising proposal for the good life, which we'll call the moral life. The moral life is a life committed to our relationships, to all areas or some areas of belonging, such as family, community, nation, church, friendships. For many people, these are very important areas of life, and a good life will be composed of some or all areas of belonging. Let's go now to our fourth topic,